Welcome to the Lakers Fast Break on a very sad day for us here as a family because we got word today that Jerry West has passed away at the age of 86. It's Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much again for joining us. Truly appreciate it. Wanted to go ahead and big mention of what went on so far in the news today. Yes, Jerry West, legendary figure in the world of basketball, has passed away, and at the age of 86, the icon of professional basketball and legendary figure in the world of the NBA and, of course, the Los Angeles Lakers, yes, passing away. One of the greats of all time. The logo, per se, for the Lakers and the NBA for so many years now. Didn't like the logo, but yeah, there we go. Unfortunately, a very tough day for everyone here to remember the passing, but I wanted to just go on just for a few minutes and just recognize the brilliance that was Jerry West, not only as a player, as a coach, as an individual who basically on and off the court set the standard for which so many have tried to follow. And very sad day for the Lakers organization, for the NBA, for basketball fans around the world, as we remember the passing of Jerry West at the age of 86. Just wanted to say our thoughts here. I just wanted to give a few minutes to you guys out there. If you wanted to go ahead and share your thoughts on this, please let us know right here in the chat. As Joe says, terrible day for us here as basketball fans. Terrible day for the NBA. Terrible day, period, for the world as far as the basketball world. And basically, he will be remembered again as one of the greats of all time, both on and off the court. I'm going to go ahead and send this out as far as anyone who wants to talk the next few minutes from our crew to go ahead and share their thoughts. Just going to stay on for a few minutes. Just wanted to make sure everybody got the word about Jerry West's passing. So, yeah. So, our Bruin says it best. Sad day for Lakers fans of the basketball world. Greatest Laker of all time, from player to GM to leader. Jerry and Kobe were the heart and soul of the Lakers. Yeah, very bad day for the Lakers. Absolutely. Well said, our Bruin 10. Well, very well said. Peruvian guy, just again, rest in peace. Truly appreciate you being here. Jerry West, yeah, didn't even, of course, in typical fashion, Joe, he kept it his battles and his illnesses very silent and kept it close to the family. And unfortunately, we no longer have Jerry West in our world at the age of 86. We thought he was going to be tough enough to be around forever. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case as he passed away at the age of 86 on Wednesday morning. So it was really sad that the Clippers announced this and not the Lakers. That's still quite disheartening, but I understand he still had ties to the Clippers. But yeah, just a very sad day for the world of the NBA. So yes, prayers and condolences to Jerry West family. Absolutely. Yes, couldn't have said it better myself, JSJ. Truly appreciate you stopping by to share your thoughts. Cool Bro says, I woke up at 6 a.m. today to exercise and check the news app. Saw that, yes, absolutely. Just terrible news today, but I just thought we'd go on air just for a little bit to go ahead and share our thoughts on Jerry West. I'm not going to go on the air as far as for the rest of the day. I think I'm going to take some time to reflect on my thoughts. I know Magic Man is very distraught right now. I reached out to him, and understandably so. He's very emotional right now, so he could not go on the air. Joe is unfortunately really busy right now, so this came at an inopportune time. So I just wanted to go ahead and share our thoughts here real quick with you on the passing of one of the greatest players and quite possibly the greatest contributor to the world of basketball outside, I don't know. I mean, James Naismith created the peach basket and the baskets and the basketball, but outside of that, can you say Jerry West, as far as greatest contributors ever to the game of basketball? I'm thinking from both a player, a obviously a member of management, and as a coach, just truly a great contributor to the game and one of the greatest ever. And Robert's here. Jerry West was a man's man. Rest in peace, Jerry. Absolutely. Rest in peace, Jerry West, passing away earlier today at the age of 86. One proving guy says the weather this morning in LA reminds me of Kobe's passing. It's a very dark day. The city of Los Angeles, I know, will be very sad. Once again, the Clippers, unfortunately, were the one team that, because of his ties there and the strained relationship that the Lakers had with Jerry West, had to announce his passing. So, yes, cool, bro. He is one of the greatest basketball players ever. Obviously, the logo. So, yes, the logo himself, and for the NBA, absolutely hated the fact that he was called, referred to, did not like it, or as far as in his own inimitable self, did not like the NBA patterning the logo after him. Yeah, just absolutely was a different kind of individual, different kind of man, as far as going about the ways that he wanted to send out, and absolutely has been idolized by millions over the course of decades now as a Hall of Fame player, and of course, coach, and probably the best executive of all time. So, I mean, people can argue about the player end of it. Is he one of the greatest of all time? I think he is. Could be the greatest in some people's eyes. Maybe him and Red Auerbach as far as executives go, but there's not too many that were better than him. And in fact, when you consider player, GM, and then of course coach as well, and everything else that he did, executive, could be one of the greatest contributors of all time to the game of basketball. Cobro says, what was my favorite Jerry West moment? Well, I was born around the time he was actually still playing in 1969, so I don't have any memories of him as a player outside of what I've seen later on. I've obviously watched archival footage, in the years since. My favorite memory of Jerry West was how he was able to go ahead and just build the Lakers teams into the dynasty that it is today, to the great organization that it is today. As far as those, a lot of those 18 titles are directly due to his work as an executive, as a GM. Obviously, his years building the team in the 80s, and then of course what he did to bring both Kobe and Shaq here, the great trade with Charlotte for Kobe, and then of course getting Shaq to commit to the Los Angeles Lakers and jumping from Orlando to the Lakers. I'd probably say that would be my favorite Jerry West moment. I know Joe constantly refers to the one of the most recent stories and analogies that he often refers to about Jerry West was sitting at the front row of a game and spoke to NBA players in regards to talking about his philosophy on how he goes about life in the game of basketball. So yeah, absolutely, just terrible. The NBA might finally acknowledge that the logo is him. Maybe pale. NBA is a very stubborn organization at times, so we'll see. We'll see if that's the case. But yeah, it's uncanny that that they used his likeness. He's pretty much a well-known secret that he is the logo. But yeah, I'd love to see him be able to be acknowledged in that fashion. Scarlet Blue says, I read about Jerry West pre-GM. I always get a chuckle off how Dr. Bus and how Jerry coached the offense and Pat Riley would coach the defense. Absolutely. Back to things a little bit differently structured at that point in time. And Pale says, well, it's about the money. Yeah, it's always about the money. I always say that. It's always about the money. Cool Bro says this was unexpected, though. It wasn't after a short illness. What are the circumstances? Very closely guarded secret, and just truly a sad day for the world of the NBA and, of course, the world of basketball as well. So, couldn't have been a worse thing. Well, for us as NBA fans, Laker fans, especially with what's going on right now. I know that fans are very disheartened here in LA because of what's going on with the organization. And, we even said and wished, and in fact, people in the chat say wish Jerry West was still connected with or had still been connected with the organization. But unfortunately, the bridges were burnt by the Los Angeles Lakers organization with Jerry West, and they were never rebuilt. And I think the fact that the Clippers dropped the news on this and not the Lakers was a very sad footnote on the relationship that he had ultimately with the Los Angeles Lakers. Yes. Zadrian says, only one edition lives forever, Nation. Yes, well, I'm hoping that the name of Jerry West will live forever, and hopefully we will be able to take time to remember Jerry West frequently in the coming weeks and months. I'm hoping that you will take time at some point in time today to honor the memory and honor the life, just even for a few moments, because I know everybody's busy with what everyone's doing in their lives, but just take a moment to just remember the greatness that was Jerry West. Even if you didn't get a chance to see him play, which most didn't, even I didn't, at least know Jerry West as the Hall of Fame GM. In fact, he was recently named as an executive to the Basketball Hall of Fame. So yes, truly one of the greatest individuals ever to be a part of the basketball scene. Jerry West passing away at the age of 86. Cool Bro says, I'm going to wear my Lakers hat in honor of Jerry. Thank you, Cool Bro. Truly appreciate you doing that. Scar Blue says, I've always admired the brilliance of him being a real tactician. He was great at identifying talent and maneuvering the trade market. I'm glad that Jerry appeared to have a full life. He did seem to do so. We know his competitiveness has been documented on many occasions. Yes, in winning time, it was kind of spoofed, but it wasn't too far off of what the real Jerry West's competitive nature was like. Is he hated to watch games? Obviously, his coaching career was probably the only thing that didn't get to a full, expenditure because of the fact that he was just so competitive and hated watching the games. And here today, just to say a few words, good friend indeed. He is one half of the Lakerholics head.
1/3.
1/3. Okay, with Michael. Lakerholics.com crew. It is Jamie Sweet. Jamie, thank you for taking just a couple moments today to talk about the passing of Jerry West, an icon.
Yeah.
Forever known for the world of basketball and for what he's done for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sad, sad day because Jerry has meant so very much to the sport. He helped elevate the sport. I wish he had. The only thing with Jerry that I wish is that he had gotten more joy out of his contributions to the sport. He was sort of a tortured soul. And so my takeaway from today is now that he actually finally truly gets to rest and relax, which is a little bit, somber or morbid, I suppose. But I mean, I can't think of another thing that strikes me harder. It's just the guy would win a championship and be, it's like Kyrie. You hear the story about Kyrie winning a championship in Cleveland and getting pissed. It's the drive, this fire to compete and to win is certainly a two-edged sword when it comes to one's, personal mental health. It drives you to do things few are able to accomplish. And that's why these guys are, that's why the best are the best, right? That's why Kobe was Kobe. Magic might be one of the few sport individuals of all time who was able to find that fire to compete at the highest level and still get a tremendous enjoyment out of life. Yeah. Maybe the only one. Maybe Shaq, right? Shaq and Magic could enjoy life as it came, still compete at a high level, and it didn't seem to like weigh them down on a day-to-day basis. But you listen to Kobe talk about, how he would lose a game and like go find a gym and shoot 1,000 jump shots. And I would imagine Jerry was the same way. I mean, there just wasn't as much media attention, and there wasn't as much of a spotlight shined on him or the sport at the time because he helped create the spotlight. And that's, everybody in basketball owes him a debt of gratitude. He was one of the pioneers of the sport who made it what it is today. Everybody who's making a mint now with basketball should, I wouldn't be surprised if the entire league wore a black little 44 patch on the jerseys next season to honor Jerry West, because I do think he means that much to the sport of basketball.
Oh, absolutely. I don't think he would have liked the logo, an extra logo put on the logo jersey, because he actually.
He does, but
he did not like the silhouette in the first place.
No, he doesn't like anything though. So he was a grumpy, cantankerous man. He didn't like how he was portrayed in Showtime, and I thought that was awesome. I thought it was both funny and was demonstrative of how he conducted himself in public. And likely behind the scenes, I thought it was great. Was it kind of a little bit of a spoof and funny? Yeah, all right, sure. But I think that in all humor, there is a grain of truth, and so I'm sure that's what kind of irked him more than anything. It was like, well, I was kind of like that, wasn't I? And yeah, that doesn't feel good to see it played out this way on TV, and everybody's laughing at me is probably what he thought. But it's just one of those things where, and the other thing I was thinking of today is it's really unfortunate that he and the Lakers were never able to patch things up before this, because that's now done. There's no chance.
And I mentioned that the team that relayed the information to the world and to the NBA was
the Clippers. No, it was the Clippers. That's just BS. It's just unfortunate, and it's sad. It's sad that. And I don't know if it was Genie. I don't know if it was the Ramby. I don't know if it was the PR people for the Lakers. Whoever it was that took away that man's season ticket seats that Dr. Buss gave him deserves to be fired. You just don't do that. You don't do that. You're not. Why are you this petty? I don't care if he gives them to. I don't care what he says. I don't care what he does. He made you. He made you. And if you can't comprehend that, what are you doing? What are you doing in the sport? You're not qualified to hold whatever position it is you are holding. And that is my unvarnished and honest opinion.
Well, my friend, I appreciate your thoughts. Again, it is Jamie Sweet, 1/3 of the Lakerholics.com team. I know this weekend, we're going to come up with another great Lakerholics spotlight, but I'm assuming
we had a good one last Saturday. It was very lively, yes. A lot of back and forth.
I think that you guys may touch on just for a few minutes this weekend the passing of Jerry West.
Yes.
Rough day, my friend. Again, Magic is too emotional to come on. I know Joe is busy, really busy. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it today. He was in the chat earlier. But yes, a very dark day, my friend. I only was going to go on it for a few minutes because really to dwell on and on it, I don't even think Jerry West would appreciate that. So I'll just leave it at this. Let me ask you one final question.
Please.
Do you think he is outside of course, James Naismith, who invented the game, do you think he's the greatest contributor to the game of basketball from both, because what he did as a player, as a coach, and as an executive?
Especially as to how he influenced the modern game, I think yes, because his impact reverberated across decades. Naismith was there at the beginning. You could argue Red Auerbach, unfortunately, and I don't like speaking that name out loud. I kind of look at him as Voldemort in a lot of ways. He who shall not be named. But he's on that Mount Rushmore of guys who have brought an incredible amount of passion, an incredible amount of dedication, sacrificed everything for the game, everything in their lives, their personal time, their mental health, their physical health, their families, all of it. All of it came after the game of basketball. And you can sit here and debate whether that's healthy or whatever or not, but it doesn't matter because that was the choice that he made. That was how he was wired. That was who he was. And you can't take that away from a person and have them be the same person. So if the people who knew and were related to Jerry West, ever watch this, I hope you understand that whatever he didn't do for you, he did for the rest of us because he loved a game so very much. And whether you think that's right or not, he wouldn't have been who you wanted him to be anyway. It would have been something else. Human beings who are wired like that are singular in focus, whether it was model trains or pogo ball or whatever. He would have dedicated his life to it, to the point of insanity, right? And so whatever your feelings and opinions on that are almost immaterial because nobody was ever going to stop him. It's the same with a handful of people in specific areas on planet Earth. These are the people who push the boundaries and allow the rest of us to fill in the gaps behind them. And they are deserving of thanks and appreciation because without somebody pushing the boundaries, without somebody saying this is possible or this must be done or we have to do this to this standard, things are kind of mediocre. There's a ton of mediocre people out there. I'm probably one of them. I'm probably one of the mediocre ones, and I don't take any. That doesn't bother me. Not everyone can be Jerry West. Not everyone can be Kobe Bryant. Not everyone can be Michael Jordan. Not everyone can be Picasso. Not everyone can be. You know what I mean? Like we can go on and on. Not everyone can be Beethoven or Mozart. There are people who push things to a place that they were never going to get without them. And I think that Jerry was one of those people. His level of competitiveness was one of the things that made Boston stay great. Boston designed itself to stop Jerry West. It's not that Jerry West continually failed. It's that Boston built teams to defeat Jerry West. So if you think about it from that point of view, and just the way a lot of teams tried to build teams to stop Shaq, built teams to stop Kobe's, built teams to stop Jordan, built teams to stop a specific player, LeBron in this era. Teams are now designed to contain drives to the paint that result in either a basket at the rim or a kick out better than they ever were 10, 15 years ago because of LeBron. And you can say whatever you want about LeBron. Like the dude pushes boundaries. He's pushed boundaries. And so for my money, Jerry has always been one of the best players, one of the best ambassadors of the game. I only wish my one true wish was that he had just gotten more enjoyment out of it. I will always forever be a little bit sad that it wasn't as fun for him as it was for literally everybody else. That will always be the one thing. Because even Kobe, I don't think, had as little fun as Jerry West seemed to have in life. The commercial where Kobe jumps over the car, right? Like that's fun. That must have been fun. All those. He had a playful side to him. He didn't let it out a lot, but it was there. And I don't know that Jerry had that. I don't really believe that Jerry had that playful side to him. I think it was 100% business, 100% of the time. And, damn the torpedoes and full speed ahead. And with that comes consequences and repercussions in your personal life. And I just wish I wish all of his family and friends who have known him throughout his entire life I hope that you're able to appreciate that for what it was. And from all of us who are Laker fans, I apologize the way the Lakers have treated him in the waning years of his life, because that is just, the words "not cool" fall short. But the real words I would like to say probably aren't unairable. So I won't go into a diatribe. I won't pull a Soro and go onto a mildly profane-laced rant, because it's not going to aid anything. And this is a day where we should remember the great things that Jerry West did, appreciate the greatness that was Jerry West, and hope that the people who couldn't or didn't or won't can learn something today, that they'll be able to see the error of their ways and maybe start to make changes, hopefully with the GM.
We'll see, my friend.
It's not going to happen, but
no,
we can hope.
I don't think it's going to happen. And now the
Not
Lakers
this year.
and
Not
the
this
NBA is going to be in a state of mourning
Yeah.
due to the passing at the age of 86 of Jerry West. Again, one of the greatest contributors, if not the greatest contributor to the game of basketball. Unfortunately, it's just a truly sad day. Jamie, I do want to thank you so much for being here. Please, if you want more memories of Jerry West or share your thoughts, a great place to do it not only is here in the forum here, but also as well Lakerholics.com
and Laker Fast Break Facebook and Instagram. Post anything you want there, and we can talk about it next time we're on the air.
Absolutely. Would love to do so, or write in the comments below. I'm actually going to
Please.
re-upload this because the opening graphic was late night, so I had to ditch that. So I'm going to re-upload this here in a few minutes. But yes, please go ahead and put in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you and your thoughts on the passing. And I'm not sure if we're going to have an episode tonight. Maybe Joe will come on late and do one. I was thinking about shutting down the channel for the entire day, but that's not allowing Joe and some of the other guys who, when they have time or when they're collected their thoughts, to go ahead and do so. So I'm going to take the day off to remember the greatness that is Jerry West. And hopefully people will just take a moment out of their day, their busy day, to remember the greatness that was Jerry West and thank him for his contributions. So very sad day, Jamie. Very sad. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Truly appreciate your comments and thoughts and prayers and well wishes. But again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. Hopefully you will continue to support us, even though we do not have Jerry West. But as you know, we will continue to try to honor his great name and mention him in many stories in the coming days, weeks, and months as only we can. And we will honor and continue to honor the memory for the NBA as far as his contributions, and basically remember the life and memory and greatness that was Jerry West continually. And we'll continue to do that, of course, right here as part of the Lakers Fast Break podcast. So for Jamie Sweet from Lakerholics.com, it's Gerald Glassford from the Lakers Fast Break. Thanks so much again for watching, listening. Once again, Jerry West, icon of the world of basketball and the game of basketball, passes away at the age of 86. If you have any thoughts, please share it with us, Lakerholics.com, and of course, everywhere you can get Lakers Fast Break. Truly appreciate it. Jerry West, thanks so much for everything that you gave to the world of basketball. You gave to us, Lakers fans, and rest in peace.